Right, morning. Sunday morning. I've got a chap coming to pick up a mower. So this is what normally happens. What normally happens is I'm sat on the settee with my pyjamas on. My wife normally shouts and said there's a man parked outside in a van. And then I normally say, well, what's he doing? And then it suddenly dawns on us that he's come to pick a lawnmower. So today I'm up, I won't say bright and early, but it's, what is it now? It's 9:30 now. And he said he was coming before 11, so I need to go out at 11. So I flogged this, sorry Americans, sold this SP470. I think it was 80 quid, I think it was. I'll check on my eBay listing in a minute. So he's coming to pick that up, but I've been out and got myself some more fuel yesterday. Just normal unleaded, filled the car up. I'm going to top it up with some fresh stuff and just start it up. So it starts smoking a little bit when we start this up, so I'm going to drag it outside in a minute. I might just give it 10 minutes so it's, you know, nearer 10 o'clock than 9:30. And just get it running. What I like to do when people come in, if I remember, is I like to get them out and just put a bit of fresh fuel in them, so when they get them home there's enough to cut the grass and, you know, they know they've got a good mower. Because what has happened to me in the past before is that people have taken these home and there's not much fuel and they've gone and got their old tub and they've filled it with old fuel and then it's not running right and they're emailing me saying this doesn't work. So you bring it back, drain it out, you know the story, put fresh in, it's fine. So what I like to do before people turn up is get it outside, put a little bit of fresh fuel in, let it run for a bit, warm it up a little bit, and when they come round just start it up for them. You shouldn't have any problems starting it up, and fold the handles down for them, put it in the van, take the cash. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drag this outside and we'll just have a quick look at it.
So it should be about an hour.
9:28. I was just setting off then.
To collect Mower should be about an hour.
Okay, alright, thanks. So it's coming in an hour. 9:28. What's that? That's now, isn't it? So he's got an hour. He's coming from about 30 miles away, somewhere like that. But you know, he's got a decent buy here, this lawnmower. This will have been about a couple of hundred, £250 new, I would imagine, in its day. He's got it for, I can't remember, 70, 80 quid. So I've got a few quid, he's saved a few quid, everybody's happy. Let's drag it outside. What normally happens now as well is it's a bit grey today as usual. It's normally starts raining about now. Oh dear. Every time someone comes to pick one up it seems to be raining. So I'll get this out for him. Just move this little bike out of the way. I'll just drag this out. This is when this door, the side door I've had in the garage, comes in really handy. So I've got two cars at the front now. And every time I wanted to get something out, you just have to move them both out of the way. I take it right around this fence every time, so now I just drag it out of here, which is brilliant. And just as easy as that, I've got it out. Right, so it has just started raining. What I remember of this one actually is when I've tried to start it in the past, I seem to have to prime it quite a lot and then start it and then prime it again and start it. So I filled it up, it's got fresh stuff in it. At least I know I've got an hour yet to make sure this is all working okay. That's it. Let's get some petrol through it and see what we get. So I've just had a bit of a panic on because I've just started that mower up now 10 minutes before he comes. All very behind what I'm supposed to be doing, but I wasn't actually happy when I filmed it of how it was running. It was a bit lumpy. So what I've done is I took, well, I was going to take the carb off and I was just going to swap it for another one because it wasn't running quite right. And actually when I looked, for whatever reason, I can't remember exactly what I've done with these mowers, to be honest. I'm not sure if you just tipped it to put the blade back on it, and actually the air filter was really dirty, so rather than swapping the carb over, I've just put a clean air filter on there and it's all running great now. But just for a few minutes I was thinking, well, I know I've got a problem with another one here. I was wondering if I got these mowers messed up because I've not got this one running right yet. I need to do the carburettor on that. So sort of 10 minutes before someone's coming, I've actually having to strip this down. Well, this is a good video for this, because this is why these are a great place to start, because it's so quick. Even within 10 minutes you can take the carburettor off another one of these if you've got an issue with one, and you can just swap it over, just put a different one on. I've got one down there and I could just put that on this mower if I wish to, but as it is at the minute, it's I've got it running okay now. See, if you were to go to an auction and there was a choice between perhaps this Champion one here and this Hater, this Bull style carburettor on this one, this is going to take a little bit more learning, a little bit more doing. It's not difficult to do, but if you start with these Briggs & Stratton type classic engines and these simple carburettors, and you get yourself 2 or 3 of these in, you've actually already got some spares, and you can make one up, and you'll learn just from using the parts off 2 or 3 different mowers where the problems actually are. So for me, if I had a problem with that now and it was coming, I'd probably I'll just be honest. I'd say, look, I've got it out, started up, it's not running right, give me 10 minutes and I'll put a different carburettor on it for you, a different tank, and then make sure he's happy with it and he'll go away. But I'm a bit annoyed with myself because I don't really have these problems very often, and I always like to make sure that things are working correctly if someone's paid for them, as you know from my previous videos. So anyway, I've got this running right now, and it should be here shortly. So I think what I'll do is, before I just put, this is my own, I just keep this for myself actually, this mower, but what I will do now is I'll just leave that off. I'll bring this back in here actually, and until he's come and started it up and he's happy with it, I won't put mine back together, because it's literally just these 2 bolts. You just put them back on and then you're good to go again. It starts straight up, no problems. So I'm glad this morning for once I was up and about and testing these out. If you get people coming in an afternoon to pick them up, it's not so bad. You've got time to, you know, play about with them and get them outside and get them running and things. But first thing on the morning, it's you know, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So luckily for me, I've got a few in at the minute, and if this guy wasn't happy with it, I'd just, you know, I'd say, well, take this one or whatever you want, let him have a look round. I'll put a carburettor on this one and we'll get one running. Maybe 10-15 minutes later, take one away. Not the ideal situation, but I like to film these videos because it's all well and good of me firing these up in the garden and everything's going great, but actually I've got someone coming in 20 minutes time and I've just had a problem with that lawnmower. And these are the things that can happen to anybody. You know, in all good faith you could put it right and know it's running okay, and then have a problem when someone comes to pick it up. So when you're selling stuff on eBay, you need to really protect your feedback as well. I always put on now, and I never used to do this, I always used to put on no returns, this, that and the other, and actually now most of the time I just don't bother, because people can return stuff off eBay easily now. If this guy gets it home and he says no, I don't want it, and brings it back, it's not really worth me having a negative feedback on my account. Because when it comes to selling some other mowers, people will see that, you know, poor mower, didn't work, struggle to get a refund, people just don't bid. So I always do the right thing. Even if they ring me within a couple of weeks and there's a problem with it, I'll sort it out. It very rarely happens, but things do happen like that, and it's just easier to put it right actually. Right, so I'm just going to take this down the front of my house. I thought I'll just fire it up first. Just make absolutely sure. So a little moral of the story is be prepared when someone's coming to pick a mower up. If they haven't run it for a while, make sure it's working alright. Sure you can hear for yourselves that that's running a lot better than it did. Basically there was nothing wrong with the carburettor, it was just a simple matter that the air filter was really dirty, for whatever reason. I'm not sure if I've got it mixed up with another one, but I like doing these videos because these are real life ones. These are things that do happen. It's not just, you know, me taking money off people for easy money. Things go wrong, and I've been against the clock really, but because I've got a bit of experience doing this now, I knew where to start, and it was never really going to be a problem, as I've always got some spares. So I'm going to wheel this around the front now, and I'll wait for my customer to arrive and get my camera once again out of the rain. Just while I'm waiting, actually, I've not been out on my bike a lot. I've used it maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I'm having quite a bit of bother getting it started up now. It starts and dies and this and that and the other. So at some point I'm probably going to have to have a look at that. Basically I have 10 minutes of that every time I want to start it. And it actually it used to start up better than that. But I've got some new fuel now to put in it as well, so it might just be a case of taking those panels off at the back, taking the petrol tank off and the fuel lines, blowing it all out, and then just, I'm pretty sure the carb's clean, so I do it every year really, but I might just have a little tweak about with that. Because it rides great. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. It's running okay once you get it going, but once, especially when it's cold, it's really difficult to start. And I know on those they've got like a choke on, and it works on a temperature, as far as I'm aware with it, it's the temperature of the fluid that's inside it. If it heats up and melts down again, and it opens like a little piston up inside. I'm not sure the actual choke, the automatic choke, is working as it should. So I might even invest in a cheap Chinese carb and just throw it on it and just see what sort of look I have using a sort of £20 part rather than buying the original Yamaha part for it. I might actually just get one just for fun and just see if it fires up better and what it runs like. That might be a little project I'll get going when the weather gets a bit better. What are you doing, lads? So I'll just leave that here, and I'll just wheel it around the front when this guy gets here. And just while I'm waiting, let's just drag another one out and see if it'll start up. Let's try this, what have we got here? Champion. Let's just try this one. Might stick this one for sale this week. See, I've not got loads this year. I'm just finding as time goes by and kids are getting bigger, I just don't have as much time to do this as I used to have. So just I'll tighten that up a bit. It's a bit difficult when you're filming. Just pull this over, see if we can get this started up. See if there's any petrol in here. There's a bit in. About half I would have said. Let's try it. Might just give this a quick clean off as well. Right, so let's try this Champion. Interesting. It's really frustrated me this year because I normally write down exactly what I've done with a little ticket and put it on and everything, but for some reason I thought I could remember, but you can't. You never can. Alright, just wants a bit of fresh fuel putting in that one, but I think I'll get the box I might just list that one up. That's running quite nice, is that actually? That should make someone a good mower, get a good few years out of that as well. I even got all my grass boxes mixed up. I'm pretty sure that this goes on here. Like this way. Yeah. I don't know, something about this push one. It's makes me think I might just put it on as a buy it now. I don't know, maybe £70 or something like that, £65, and just get rid of that. But that's I don't want to see that go. I don't want to start that at sort of £20–30 and see it go for that. I'd rather get some decent money for that, or keep it for myself, to be honest. That's running quite nicely, is that. It's just a little bit early in the year, but I've got a lot of other projects I want to get on with, so I haven't filmed that many videos, so I thought I'd start listing a few of these and just seeing what we can do. I've actually got someone to service. It's actually my brother-in-law's mower, and he's been cutting his dad's grass for him because he's not been well. Sort of every week. He's having to go over there quite a lot and do it, and this isn't running great. So it's cutting out and revving up and down while I have a look at it. So I'm going to find out where that one is. Someone's supposed to be bringing me that this week, so when I get that in, I'll do a few videos on that as well. Another happy customer drives away, delighted, just gave me the cash, didn't want any change or anything like that. Off goes another mower down the street, another sale done, and basically just repeat the process, but a little bit of a every 10 minutes. He just fired it up. Same thing you get every time. Hey mate, you alright? Yeah. Does it work? Alright, yeah. Start it up please. Right, okay. Pulse it through, start it, leave it running 30 seconds, show him the drive works. Fine. That's all you ever get. Throw handles down, put it back of a car. Takes 2 minutes, but I'm certainly glad, as I've said loads of times in this video, I'm relieved really that I got out here early and just made sure that this was in good working order for him, as I should have done really yesterday. But a little tip for anyone starting new, just make absolutely sure that it's working correctly, because even when you've done it a while and you get a bit of confidence, you can still have problems. But if that does happen, anything does go wrong, just be honest about it. Try and keep some spares in so you've got a chance to rectify the situation. But for now I'm going to go and just fire this up. I might just list this one for the rest of the day, and I say if I get this other one in that's revving up and down, I might just do a few videos on that. But thanks for watching. I'm trying to film as much as I can, but it's difficult at the minute. I've just got a lot of other things on at the minute that to be honest with you, that are making me some good money as well, as alongside doing this. So other little projects I like to there's a few websites I'll mention actually that I go on quite a lot. One of them is Martin Butler. He has a brilliant website called Retro Restore. I've mentioned that before. Have a look on there. He also has some other websites, and he's done some internet marketing type stuff, and it was actually his idea that I set this channel up in the first place. So take a look at his websites at Retro Restore. He's got some great mower videos on. His son Gary Butler does some mower videos as well, and it would be my recommendation, if you've not subscribed to them as well, to get on that channel. That's a brilliant place to start, and just take a look at how he services lawnmowers and how he goes about selling them and managing his business. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again shortly. It's great to hear all your comments below. I do read them. Sometimes I'm at different places on my phone. I don't get back to everybody, but I do appreciate them, especially the positive ones, where I've had a lot recently going, oh, I've got this mower saying I've managed to service it and start it up, and I've sold it and I've made 50 quid, and I've got another one and I'm doing it, and you think, wow, that's just so good, because that's for a lot of people, that's you know, myself included, it's a lot of money when you can make £50 in, you know, a couple of hours work, and it's quite enjoyable in the process as well. So if you're interested, you can get started today. Take a look at the website repairinglawmowersforprofit.com. You'll find the 3 DVDs that I've been selling for a few years now on there as well. And thanks for watching. I do appreciate you watching these videos, and I enjoy making them as well. See you again shortly.